Welcome everyone, welcome to another preview. This is MetalCanyon and we'll be checking out an early access of the game called Chef by Inner Void. Chef. Probably makes you think, right? This is probably a sci-fi first-person shooter. No, wait! It's actually a restaurant management. Didn't expect that, did you? Anyway, if you've watched my videos, then you probably know that I love, well, turn-based strategies and also management games. I love management games. So bear that in mind. I might be a little biased as far as that goes. You know, the more complexity there is in a game, usually the more I like it. So anyway, it is a game about managing your own restaurant, or I suppose a chain of restaurants. So let's load up my game that I've played already a little bit. Now, usually I forget to mention this or whatever, but this is a game that's been now released in early access, so you can get it on Steam right now. The description, as always, is down below in the link. Alrighty, so here is my restaurant at the moment. It's actually noon. Okay, never mind. So, before we begin doing anything else, let's look at just how the game looks. And, all the UI stuff. And what are you guys doing there? They're chefs, by the way. One of them is me. Okay, so the first thing I would like to mention is that I really enjoyed Restaurant Empire 2 back in the days. Now today, that game is pretty much 10 years old. It's quite a bit dated, but that was a really fun restaurant game. I think they've improved the animations a little bit of people sitting down. It's a bit dated now and probably wouldn't stand up to time as well anymore. But, I have to do a little bit of comparison because, unfortunately, there's quite a bit wrong with this game at the moment. So first of all, the first thing is the looks. I really don't care much for the bobblehead art style. So everyone is a bobblehead. Everyone slides along the floors, It's like they're not so much people as they are pawns on a board game. And, this is personal opinion. Obviously, some people will like this. Some people enjoy bobbleheads, but I don't. I really dislike them. The second thing is the game just doesn't really look good. Now, this might be down to the fact that there is a few bugs in the game at the moment, and for some reason, if I go to... I cannot even go into the settings here. I have everything maxed out, usually when I play games or record games, and it's the same here, except that I cannot increase the anti-aliasing above ×2, and I cannot turn on bloom. Apart from that, everything else, I believe, is turned on. But I think bloom would make it a little bit prettier. But still, where's the shadows? I've seen the screenshots on the Steam, and it clearly has shadows. Ambient occlusion would be really nice as well, but I have a feeling that despite the fact... Oh, that's actually not placed correctly. Anyway, despite the fact that... I have everything maxed out. I have a feeling that it's not actually. It must be like on medium settings or something. I've tried several times to apply the settings with, different settings and everything, and it just doesn't seem to make a difference. So bear that in mind. But that does not change my opinion about the bobbleheads. I really dislike the bobbleheads and how everyone moves much faster than they are actually walking. But oh well. So... with that out of the way, I also like to mention the actual appliances. Because everyone is a bobblehead, their heads are giant, and it just makes the kitchen stuff look really tiny for some reason. Also, if you've noticed, there's absolutely zero animations about cooking, apart from this one animation here, about cutting a carrot. He cuts a carrot in a very precarious way with the handle, throws the knife up into the air, trying to kill his buddy here, and that's it. That's it. There's no effects. There's no, pots on the stoves. The stoves don't even, do anything. I mean, they don't seem to work. Nothing. This is all static. Now, I can sort of understand it, because I can even see that the people at the moment seem to have extra animation now by sitting down. They didn't have that before. And I do have to give credit to the developer for that. They have pretty much patched this game every single day since I've had this key. And that's quite admirable. I mean, it's probably, you know, small patches here and there, but it was every single day, sometimes several days, several times a day. So that's pretty good. So, you know, fair enough. If they will add stuff over here, that's fine. However, it's a little bit scary because this is an early access game on Steam, and there is a lot of polish they need to do. In fact, I can see now that the waiters now also have an animation where they hold their hand up. See that? He's actually carrying food now. Invisible food, but I'm assuming it's in, you know, preparation for actual stuff. Whoa, that was weird. For actual, you know, food plates that they will be carrying over. But right now, like I said, there's zero of that. One of the really awesome things when you play a management game like this, or a restaurant management in particular, is I love to see all my food and all my recipes actually being prepared, like pots on the stove, steaks on the grill, stuff in the oven, you know, and then people actually getting that particular food, not just, you know, random pictures of whatever mash that is. This is all you'll see, for the moment anyway. I'm assuming they will improve on that, but this is what you'll see. It doesn't matter if you only have lobster on your menu, this is what people will be eating. Also, the drinks don't seem to reflect what they order. And that's another problem. So right now, there's not much to the game apart from, you know, this. It could really be pretty much just a spreadsheet for, you know, for all I care, because this doesn't do that much for me. In fact, each day, there's not much for you to do apart from just do this. Two things. ×8 speed and play if it was on pause. And that's it. There we go. I have my hands off the keyboard and off the mouse, and that's it. I don't have to do anything. You don't have to, you know, manage anything apart from at the end of the day, or should I say end of the week, because every in-game sort of, you know, every visual day, because we're going from morning until midnight, is actually a whole week in-game. So, should probably be aware of that. Also, in the upper left, it says unlock and enter name. I've named my restaurant several times now, and every time I load my game, it still says unlock and enter name. So yeah, quite a few bugs here. But anyway, you can see that I'm making money. The reason why I think that right now you can just put it on ×8 speed and play is because, one, like I said, there's really not much you can do while the restaurant runs. There's zero things to do, apart from maybe if you were to add some stuff over here on the walls to make it prettier, which actually increases the, you know, satisfaction of guests because of the atmosphere. But also, secondly, because, oh, what was I going to say? Oh, bloody hell, there was something important I was going to say. Memory, I know, destroy. Anyway, we were getting reviews here, and, oh yeah, because all of the important stuff that you have to actually do is at the end of a week. Or, well, in this case, at the end of the day. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to say. The other reason you want to just have it on ×8 is because there's really nothing you care to see in the restaurant. See? This is how people eat. Amazing. She has a broken arm. I'm really not a fan of bobbleheads. And, you know, it just seems like a placeholder, which it very well might be. They might actually have forks and spoons later on and so on, but, you know, it's an early access game. I would expect a little bit more polish as far as that goes. Maybe not as much content, but at least a little bit of polish. But yeah, you know, what am I going to see here? In Restaurant Empire 2, I really enjoyed seeing how, you know, the chefs were actually preparing food, cutting stuff, putting into pots. Now, bear in mind, it's been a many years since I've last played a Restaurant Empire 2, so I might not remember things exactly, but I believe you could actually watch them. In fact, you know what? A much better restaurant simulation game right now would be if you were to buy Sims 4 and make your restaurant there. You could actually see them, you know, do stuff, and it would be pretty polished. This is just very disappointing. I was so looking forward to this. I was like, yeah, finally a modern, you know, Restaurant Empire game. It's gonna be amazing. I'll watch my chefs do all that stuff, and I'll watch people eat and order things. No, the game is now auto fast forwarding to the next rush hour, which is at 19:25 apparently. But you know, look at this. Why can't this even fit? Why didn't they make this into sort of, you know, fit like in The Sims 4 with the counters, for example? It just looks untidy. It just looks weird, and it looks absolutely tiny. Look at how tiny this stove is compared to how high the ceiling is, and compared to how giant their head's in. I really hope these are just placeholders. I don't know. Anyway, graphical aspect, animation aspect, very disappointing. Not a fan of that at all. Anyway, let's move over to the management part, where I'm happy to say it's a lot better than the graphical aspect. Obviously, like I said, there's not much management you can do like this throughout the day, so that's quite lacking as well. But here's the furnishing, for example. You can furnish, you know, you can do your own floors in the kitchen and in the dining room, all your own walls that you like. There's not a lot to go through, but you know, it's okay. And you unlock stuff slowly as you level up. And then of course you've got your kitchen appliances, which, for example, this cooker is a category cooker, cooking slots 5. So okay, it has 5 slots, but you'd never really see if it's enough. See, this is the big problem. This one is 8, right? And this is the one I have right now. I don't even know how the heck that works. How is that 8? I can see 6 cookers, not 8. Also, I'm pretty sure that if it's an industrial, you wouldn't have tiny ones. They would all be giant ones, you know, for maximum power and efficiency. Anyway, that's one of the big problems graphical-wise. When you buy stuff, when I upgraded from 5 cooking slots cooker to an 8 cooking slots cooker, there is absolutely zero feedback whether you actually need it. You know, because there's no pots, there's no pans, there's nothing cooking on there, there's nothing in the stoves, like I said before, and you have no idea whether your stoves are getting overworked or not. So if I were to see throughout service, if I were to see just 3 pots and pans up here, then that's fine. I know that, you know, I still have about half the capacity available with what people are ordering, but if I constantly saw 6 pots and pans up there, I know, you know, maybe I need another cooker, you know, another stove. And that goes for all of these things. Anyway, like I said, they'll probably add more stuff like that, but right now it's very, very bare bones. So you've got, you know, you've got your cookers, you've got your ovens, you've got your fryers, you've got your grills, and you've got your steamer. Cooking slots 10, bloody hell. I'm assuming it's cooking slots 10 because, you know, you can have 10 portions of rice or whatever in there. So that's pretty, okay. Then we've got the fridge, which, you know, has in effect minus 2% all ingredient cost. Minus 5% recipes preparation time. And again, I really don't understand this one. The black one costs 50 euros more than the white one and has the exact same effect, but costs also more maintenance. So yeah, I did not buy a microwave because I want to be a proper restaurant and we will not be microwaving things. And I have a dishwasher as well. It's over there, even though I see no point in it because they never go to the dishwasher and I have no idea if it actually does anything. Then you've got your seating, which seems to have no effect whatsoever, except, you know, if you take the 4 seats or the 2 seats. Except that some of these are, you know, so big that I wouldn't be able to cram as many as I have in my restaurant. So there's really no point in selecting something like, this, for example, which is a little bit bigger, as you can see, actually much bigger, and you know, you would have much less capacity in your place, because there's these better ones that I've unlocked don't actually give you any environmental quality bonuses, so there's no point in paying more for these. Wait a second, these are actually 200 a piece. These are actually more expensive. Oh well, doesn't matter. They're smaller, and they allow me to cram more people in. Then you've got these little rugs, of course, and like you can see, these actually give you environment quality, which is good. You know, I'm fine with that. I bought some of these. Then you've got decorations, which do the same thing, except that I don't really understand it sometimes. Because, for example, you know, these wines give you 2 restaurant environment quality. This gives you 2 as well, even though it, you know, it's less expensive than this one, and is much larger and looks better. This one gives you 3, which is fair enough, but it's only, you know, it's 200, so obviously you're gonna place these down. This is only 100, and it gives you 2 quality. But the thing, you know, I'm fine with that, but the thing I really don't understand is this then. Look. How do these only give you 1 quality? I mean, aren't they supposed to be like, you know, really high class and everything? These should give you a lot more, and I suppose be more expensive. The nice thing is you can, you know, customize your stuff. With the pictures, it's like this. With this stuff, it's colors, so that's okay. But, you know, still, it looks a bit ugly without ambient occlusion and shadowing. So that's that. Then obviously you've got your staff. I've started with just 1 waiter and myself as a chef, and I've gotten another waiter and another chef. They've got their own stats. So level 2 skill level mediocre, which makes him a little speedier to accommodate and welcome customers and take orders and so on and so forth. And he's level 3 professional, so he's even speedier. And this guy is level 4 precise, which needs less time to take orders and such. You can also assign them what kind of work they'll be doing. I forgot how to do that. Oh yeah, I think it's over here. Over here. Yeah, there you go. So Hans is the one that takes orders much more quickly, so he should be the one taking orders, and this guy should be, you know, welcoming. Obviously, they will do other stuff as well as it becomes available, as it's required, but I think this gives them sort of priorities. So then we go to the menu. Now this is much more like it. Oops, did I change that? No, this is much more like it. The menu, it's reasonably polished. I like how it looks, and it's fairly easy to do stuff. You can remove stuff from your menu, or you can add it. For example, I want butter pasta here. There we go. Butter pasta here on the bottom. And it starts with, you know, basically the ingredient costs. Oops. Yeah, that's another annoying bug. So then you have to increase the cost, but I'm not having butter pasta on there. I also have no fish in my restaurant at the moment because the game warns you that, you can have lots of stuff on your menu, but you'll have to stock all the ingredients, and that will cost more. Which I really didn't find anywhere where you have to stock the ingredients, but I suppose it's there. So for now, I just have none of that. Anyway, down here at the bottom, it says what your menu is like. It's vegetarian friendly, which means that more vegetarian customers will be around. It's vegan friendly. It has a dessert variety. It has lots of carbs on offer, so we get more lower class families and blue collars and cheapskates. And we've got meat specialization, which, wow, okay. All the vegan and vegetarians are gone, and all the upper class tourists don't like it either, so, oh well. You know, but that's really cool. Now, the thing that's not so cool is you have no idea what prices to set. Now, these are so high because I'm actually using some very expensive materials for these, I mean, ingredients, but the game never really tells you, you know, what is the appropriate price for steak and potatoes? I don't know. I mean, they start with like, you know, $1.50 for ingredients or $2, but how much should I have them pay? I mean euros. Wait a second, it says dollars here and then it's euros. Otherwise, I don't know. So the game really doesn't tell you what might be the average price for a thing like that. So you just have to figure it out yourself and then see what the people say about the prices by clicking up here. So there you go. Prices are pretty good. In fact, good prices rating. There you go. Good atmosphere rating. I had that as excellent before. Average service rating and average food rating. We're not really that great at the moment. Then we get to the policies and decisions. Now, policies are pretty much advertising. It's not really policies. These are policies. Hall cleaning, kitchen cleaning, and toilet cleaning. This is quite funny. Typhus containment protocol, organic wall paint. Oh, God. So, depends on how much you want to spend on cleaning of your various parts of there's really no toilet that I can see in my restaurant. But, it increases the quality of the restaurant. I should probably, let's see. I should probably do this because I'm making fairly good money. Otherwise, these are just, advertisements, which can cost a lot more if it's like television, or less if it's just billboard, which doesn't make complete sense. I mean, magazine advertisement is 500 and billboard is 100, but oh well. And you can target families or workers or tourists and so on and so forth. So that's pretty cool. And then you've got decisions, which, as far as I can tell, really aren't decisions. They're pretty much achievements. So when you get, forget the hiring agency, offer a newspaper and ask around for people to hire. But when I reach a certain popularity, I could get IKEA stuff, or sorry, they don't call it IKEA, they call it something else. And I just had to do the check to contract them. There's nothing you need to pay, now or later. And I don't know. Look, there is some specular lighting here. Well, why isn't there shadowing? It's so annoying. I hate how they just... Also, there's no cars or anything. And if you haven't noticed yet, you probably have. There's only music in this game at the moment. Absolutely zero sound effects apart from, the UI. Where's the people talking? Where's the clinking of glasses? Where's the, stove going and food processing and cutting? More polish! Anyway, now we get to the really cool part. Let's go to the ingredients panel first, which is... There we go. So this is the ingredients panel. Unfortunately, you cannot zoom out, which is very annoying. But these are the ingredients that we have, the white ones, right? All the rest of the stuff we're, I'm assuming, not stocking. Now, it doesn't tell you that if you're going to stock more, you'll be paying more, and I still don't know if that's the case. But the weird thing is this. You start with normal ingredients, right? The white ones. Then you move to the green ones, which are the, better quality, and the blue ones, which are the gourmet quality. And, of course, these normal ones cost 1 ingredient point, which I have. These cost 2, and these cost 3. But every time I get more ingredient points at the end of the week, I really see absolutely no reason to go for anything other than gourmet ingredients. I really don't see any points at all. And there's a lot of this stuff, which is pretty cool. You've got lots of spices, lots of fruits and vegetables. There we go. We even have nuts. I didn't even notice that before. Soy sauce. Coffee. Mayonnaise. Look at all this stuff. That's pretty cool. Rum. Should probably get rum so I can spice things up a bit. As far as desserts go. Anyway, this goes hand in hand with recipe making. Yes, this is going to take a little bit because apparently it has to load. Actually, the disk isn't doing anything. There we go. Now, this is a really cool part of the game. This is much more what I would expect, but with some caveats, of course. Let me see if this actually works. This is going to be Lime Delight. So you can change the look of the... actual food. Gonna have a little strawberry, and this is a dessert. You can also change it, but this one can only be a dessert. So let's start the recipe. Okay, it actually works. So now we're actually making a recipe. It starts with the that's okay, that's optional. So it starts with gelatin, which is mandatory, and then you can add your own stuff, and you've got all your recipes and everything that you have available here. And this is the this is the quality of the recipe, and then the taste, you know, how salty it is, how sweet, how sour, and so on. What kind of, you know, how much flavor it has, and skills required, I suppose. Oh yeah, these are the skills that I have as a chef. There's also chef skills. I'll show you that in a moment. How many calories, how much preparing time or cooking time, and how much cost and ingredients. So let's build this. Let's go for, oh yeah, no. Where do I have that? No. Oh yeah, here. So let's add some gourmet butter. Whoop. Oh, there we go. That immediately jumped to 40, and it's very greasy in the moment. So obviously, you know, we'll add more stuff. Let's add more cream to this. And then we'll need eggs, which unfortunately are just normal eggs. And for some reason, it goes back down. If I remove this, no. Let's add cream. You can also click on things, and it'll show you if they're a good combination with each other or not. Let's go to... Oh yeah, no, wait, fruit. I need fruit. We said this will be lime. I bought some gourmet limes, also gourmet strawberries. There we go. Skill going up. I mean, skill. Now, here's the weird thing, right? You're making your recipe, you know, oh, this is cool and blah, blah, blah. However, unfortunately, there's really no repercussions for doing this. See? So all you're doing in the end is looking at this score and trying not to make them too sweet or salty or whatever. But look, I'm gonna go, okay, let's try the banana. The game actually in the tutorial sort of warns you that you'll get a penalty if you try something that doesn't go together, blah, blah, blah. And that's true, but you can just undo it. There's really nothing that the game, you know, there's no point in giving the apple because it's still 95. Let's see, cherry, no, 85. So you can just do this. Let's add some basil. Ugh. That's it. That's a black pepper. Okay, so it actually went down. Mint would probably be okay. Yeah, there we go. 104. Cinnamon would be great. 115. Vanilla, yum. 126. Let's see. Not gonna add Parmesan. Milk. For some reason, it goes down with milk. No really idea. Wait a second. See, it doesn't also explain what these down here are. That's the actual cake, I'm assuming, and this is the topping, maybe? I think that's how it goes. Is that it? Oh yeah, let's go to our sugar. There we go, we got some salt, which should be in there, 138. Coffee could also maybe, no, that's not gonna go. Let's go for sugar, or maybe honey. Let's see, sugar? No, that actually reduces it. Honey? Nope. What about sugar on the top? It doesn't seem to make a difference. Let's add some ketchup. Okay, it actually... Okay, chocolate. No, it doesn't like that either. Okay, doesn't care about that. Let's just add a cherry on top. No, doesn't seem to make a difference. Anyway, this is our cake now. Ooh, bloody hell, the ingredients alone cost $6. So this is gonna be... It's dollars here and euros everywhere. So I'll save this recipe, and now we can actually add it to our menu as the desserts. We can add it to our menu. Okay. Lime Delight. Save recipe. Okay. Okay, we don't add it to our menu because, I don't know, bugs. But anyway, that's how it works. Now this is, I'd like to see more of this in the game, but a little bit more, I don't know. You can just do trial and error and, you know, get the best score possible. I don't know why it doesn't work. It doesn't seem to give a... No, I don't want to do that. Yeah, it's not in desserts, so never mind that. Alright, let's go to the chef advisor. Oh yeah, that's this thing. We're fairly satisfied with food. There's also restaurants here that you can rent various, you know, types of buildings. Now, of course, they have their positives and negatives. For example, this one is a trafficked area, which is always full of people traveling or visiting, meaning that much more people will come to the restaurant. Amusement park? There's an amusement park nearby, attracting many different people to the restaurant, which means that we get, more customers, but also more rent. And it's also in the suburbs, in which a lot of middle-class people lives in their nice houses, apparently. So that's pretty cool, And you can see what kind of patrons you might expect. There you go. So later on, I'm assuming you can... Uh-oh. Okay. So later on, I'm assuming you can also get your... Oh, I didn't even notice that. They actually tell you what they like and dislike. Okay. Cheapskate. So I want, obviously, the high class, the high budget tourist. Wait a second. White collar workers then. They dislike beer and carbs. Ah, they like seafood and wine. Okay, well, oh well. I do have lots of carbs and meat, which the lower class families are like. And there's the orders. Oh, okay, so there we can see what they've ordered. It would be nice if I could actually look at the actual people. Click on them and see what they've ordered. There we go, excellent red wine. Okay, so they are ordering some beer and wine as well. That's pretty good. Look at the money they've spent. Can I click on this? No, I cannot. Jack, Tanya, Juan, Minato, Zimena, what? There we go. Alright. So there we go. And like I said, you put it on ×8, and that's it. You wait for the end of the week, or midnight, and then you get more points to spend. I will show you the chef points you can spend as well. But, until all of these people are gone, eat and pay, and, get out. Wait a second. This is the... There we go. This is the chef panel. This is where you spend your points, and this is where you can improve the recipe's quality. And there's quite a bit. There's, stuff for carbs, for meat, fish, vegetables, and desserts. So it's quite varied, the skill levels. And you have to spend at least 5 in a certain level to get the next available level. And you can also spend it on unlocking recipes, like, for example, fresh pasta, or over here I opened up the cheesecake and the pastries. Now, yesterday when I was playing, I couldn't even make a cheesecake recipe. I just refused to. And pastries as well. Actually, I think none of the recipes worked. And today they do, but I cannot apparently save them, so I don't know. So anyway, I think this game has a lot of potential. I don't really care about the graphical aspect as much, but, I can live with that. As long as they improve the animations... and add a lot more polish. This will really need a lot more animations, a lot more cooking animations, actually working stoves, ovens, and stuff like that. All the sound effects are still missing. At least I don't have any. Graphical settings that actually work. Squashing all the bugs. There's a lot more work to do. So if you don't like bare bones early access games, don't buy this yet. There really is no point. Like I said, I gave it a little bit more of a chance and played a little bit more. I've played like a couple of hours or so. And it does get a little bit better. You like the management aspect a little more. But like I said, it's still pointless. You do your own... I don't know, you browse stuff on your phone while having this at ×8 speed, because there's really nothing to enjoy or to look at. None of the animations, none of what people are eating, or listen to the sound effects of them doing so and talking and chatting. So yeah, that's unfortunately that. So anyway, that was the game Chef, a preview of the early access. Like I said, if you're interested, the link is down in the description below for the Steam of the game. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Hopefully you've enjoyed the preview, and I will see you next time. MetalCanyon out.